Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tanya. Today we are out on my front porch. It is mid-November. I am so ready to start decorating for Christmas. I haven't done anything inside yet, although I'm prepping for it. My family is very traditional. They like to wait until after Thanksgiving, but I'll sneak in the bedrooms before that. Today's like the last nice day, I feel like, of the season. It's 67 degrees. I have an hour before it gets dark, but we're gonna try to get the Christmas lights done right now and start decorating my front porch door area and stuff. If I can't get it all done today, I will work on it tomorrow. I'll deal with the cold, but the lights is the most important thing for today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I got all the bushes done. This is how it looks. So I have a little bit of daylight left. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this here. I have a couple of garlands that I want to hang. I've never done this before. I do have like 2 hooks right here, and then I'm gonna put one in the middle because I have 2 garlands, so they're gonna end up meeting up top. So I need some way to hang it. And then I'm gonna try to do something from these lights, but I don't know what yet. Like I had something in mind, but like when I looked at my lights, I don't think that's going to work. So I have to come up with a solution for what I want to do with those lights. And then the other project I want to work on is making trees out of these tomato cages. I saw this online. I have this extra like garland that I usually use outside on these columns, but I don't really want to hang them this year. So I thought maybe I could try to make trees out of that. We'll see how it goes. So I was trying to figure out how to hang these, like, since I just have the little command hooks, and I thought maybe I would use zip ties to create like a hook on the end of these, if that makes sense. And that way I can hang this on the actual command hook, like the zip tie, instead of the branch itself having to fit into it. So I'm just gonna like tie this like this and sort of leave it a little bit loose so a hook could grab that. And then I think that that's how I'm gonna hang this. Next up is lights. Okay, so that's the garland, and as you can see, it's starting to get dark. So that's how it's all looking. I think it looks really cute. We rapidly lost light, so I'm giving up for tonight, and I will start tomorrow. Hopefully it's not too terrible of weather. It's the next day. I have daylight, but I am inside because it is so stinking cold outside. It started out today 46 degrees. It is like 39 degrees. So it's one of those days that's just getting colder by the hour instead of warmer by the hour. Also, forgive the appearance. I have a date with my husband tonight, and I don't feel like getting ready twice today. So this is how I'm gonna look. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna do these trees inside and then get bundled up and maybe work on the outside for a little bit. I don't know that I'll get it all done today because like I said, I have a date. So this might be a 3-day project, but for now, let's go ahead and do these trees. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to explain exactly what I'm doing with these tomato cages, but where these would normally poke into the ground, I'm just taking a rubber band and closing that top up so it's a cone. And then instead of just wrapping my garland around continuously, I'm doing 3 strands of garland. So where there are 3 vertical metal poles that go the length of the tomato cage, I am starting a piece of garland and I'm wrapping it up and leaving a good size space in between. And what this is going to create is kind of a spiral that you can see through the tree. You'll see it as it goes, but basically each garland I'm going to go ahead and wrap the same distance apart from itself, but like closer to the next garland above it, if that makes sense. Hopefully the video actually shows you what I mean, but and you can kind of see how it's twisting right now and how it looks. But I just think that this is like a really cool look for kind of open trees or lit garlands. I don't even know what you want to call it. So I don't know. I just thought that this was a good way to do it. So I'm going to wrap these all up, and then at the top, when they're done, I'm just going to take a zip tie and secure the garland to the top of the cone. So here I'm starting the second tree, which is smaller, so hopefully you'll be able to see it a little bit easier, especially because I'm just doing one garland at a time. But like I said, I wound it around with a good space between it, and then I started the next garland just below or just above the first one, and still like spread wide apart. These, this garland's on the second tree, I actually zip tied to the cage, and the first tree, I just tied it in a knot. You can do it either way, and it won't matter, but that's just 2 different ways you could actually start a tree like this. And then after this is done, we're gonna go ahead and add lights. Again, I'm going to do my best trying to describe the lights here. It might be easier just to watch it, but basically where I want to start the light, I'm going to zip tie it so it stays in place, and then I'm going to follow the first garland up, and it's going to be a wide space since they're all starting from a different spot on the tree. And then when I get to the top, I'm just going to loop it and come back down, following like the second strand of garland, if that makes sense. So it's actually going to turn in a different direction coming down, so you'll just have to like loop it whichever way will get it to come back down. And then when I get to the bottom of the second garland, I'm going to tuck it and like go around the base of the tomato cage to go over to the third strand of garland and go back up again on the tree. This is a 100-strand light, and there are extras of the lights, like it doesn't fill the whole tree, but I didn't want it to because the light will end at the top of the tree, and I have the rest of it running down the back so that I can connect the second tree lights with it. After I had the first set of lights on the big tree, I went ahead and plugged this in outside, and as you can see, that extra bit of light will go down the back of this tree, and then I'm going to go ahead and use that to plug in the strand of lights that goes on the smaller tree. So I'm actually going to wind this one outside. That way I just knew I had enough space with the lights based on where I wanted to put these. But now that these are wrapped, I can unplug them from one another and from my little light switch or timer or whatever you want to call it, and they'll be ready to go for next year. Okay, so here's what this looks like for right now. Obviously the lights are not on, but I'll show you again when it gets like to dusk and the lights do go on, because I think it'll be really pretty. But I recently made this wreath. It's a wreath I had done last year, but I just redid it. I have a video on it. I will link it below if you want to see it. But I love this thing. Like, I'm so happy with how that turned out. So what I want to do now is I have like all these extra poinsettias and stuff that I've just had. And I kind of want to add some in around the garland and see if I can kind of make that coordinate with the wreath a bit. I don't know how many I'm going to do. We're just going to play with it and see what I like, but we're going to take care of that next. Okay guys, this is how it ended up. I love it. I can't wait to see how it looks with the lights on. So there's that. For now, I have this, and then I have a little project I'm gonna do for these lights, and I have a sign that comes here, but this might be the end of it. Okay guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up so that I know to make more content like this. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell because I will have a tutorial coming for how I did those swags underneath my lanterns. Very easy, inexpensive. I did mine for free, so you'll want to see that one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.